Welcome to a year of eternal love. ACIM Workbook Lesson 54. We're still in review. We're going to be reviewing lessons 16 through 20. These are the review ideas for today. Lesson 16 said to us, I have no neutral thoughts. Neutral thoughts are impossible because all thoughts have power. They will either make a false world or lead me to the real one. But thoughts cannot be without effects. As the world I see arises from my thinking errors, so will the real world rise before my eyes as I let my errors be corrected. My thoughts cannot be neither true nor false. They must be one or the other. What I see shows me which they are. Lesson 17, I see no neutral things. What I see witnesses to what I think. If I did not think, I would not exist. Because life is thought. Let me look on the world I see as the representation of my own state of mind. I know that my state of mind can change. And so I also know the world I see can change as well. Lesson 18 was teaching us I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. If I have no private thoughts, I cannot see a private world. Even the mad idea of separation had to be shared before it could form the basis of the world I see. Yet that sharing was a sharing of nothing. I can also call upon my real thoughts, which share everything with everyone. As my thoughts of separation call to the separation thoughts of others, so my real thoughts awaken the real thoughts in them. In the world my real thoughts show me will dawn on their sight as well as mine. Lesson 19. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I am not alone in nothing. Everything I think or say or do teaches all of the universe. A son of God cannot think or speak or act in vain. He cannot be alone in anything. It is therefore in my power to change every mind along with mine. For mine is the power of God. Lesson 20. I am determined to see. Recognizing the shared nature of my thoughts, I am determined to see. I would look upon the witnesses that show me the thinking of the world has been changed. I would behold the proof that what has been done through me has enabled love to replace fear, laughter to replace tears, and abundance to replace loss. I would look upon the real world and let it teach me that my will and the will of God are one. For the insights on this review, remember, these reviews are so important to keep repetition alive. Repetition is a true instrument in true learning. Why there are exercises and practice periods. We cannot see one thing and absorb it forever. We have to go over and over it. And what this is reminding us is we don't have any neutral thoughts. There is nothing in private. There's nothing, everything that we choose to believe and choose to see is how we're going to see the world. And there's not a 50-50, If we're seeing through the eyes of the ego, fear-based thought system, that's the world we're going to see. That is not true vision. And we're not alone in experiencing that. Whatever we choose to see, we choose to judge. We choose to condemn. We're not alone in experiencing that. And we're not alone in experiencing the effects of our thoughts because we're projecting it, and it is teaching us that our mind is joined by everyone else, and everything is only mind, the one mind. It's reminding us the first law of laws, cause and effect. What we choose to see is the cause. The world that we see that's projected from our ego's fear-based thought system is the effects. And everyone's going to play out that role that we condemn, judge, attack in any sort of way, but also if we choose to see, and as lesson 20, I am determined to see. If we're determined to see through the eyes of the Holy Spirit of God, of the real us, through the eyes of love, we will experience that effect. That it reminds us in the comments of that lesson 20. That love will replace fear. Laughter will replace tears. And abundance to replace loss. Those are not the opposites either. Fear is not real. Light will cast out the darkness of our separated thoughts, our ego's thoughts. Love is the only thing that's real. I am determined to see. Are you determined to see? I hope that you are. And I am so glad you're with me so far through this beautiful journey. A year of eternal love. I love you. And I hope you'll join me for tomorrow's lesson. And until